was just out of management training and I was pretty eager for a challenge. My district manager, Calvin, took me to a few restaurants in his area to meet some of the other managers. Now, driving to each location, we traded thoughts concerning our leadership philosophies. Calvin was clearly a champion of "it's my way or the highway" style of management. He made it pretty clear that he had little use for all that coaching and team building stuff they teach in training class. To him, there was a simple answer to dealing with performance problems. If people wouldn't do the things as directed, fire them and hire somebody else. Well, as we pulled into the parking lot of the first restaurant that was supposed to be my new assignment, he parked the car, turned off the engine, leaned in towards me and said, "Now, Ben, let me give you some history on this restaurant before we go inside. The manager that you're replacing, I fired her last week, and I gave her more chances than I'm going to give you to turn this restaurant around, so listen up." Well, now he really had my attention. Sales are down 10% from last year. Transactions are down even more. In terms of cleanliness, this is by far the dirtiest restaurant in my area. We're even under the threat of closure by the county health department, it's so bad. Customer complaints are high. Quality inspection results are the lowest in the entire districts. Ben, you're going to have 2 assistant managers, you have 2 shift supervisors, and 25 crew members who collectively make up one of the most dysfunctional teams I've ever seen. You will have to fire them all. I expect you to replace the entire team during your first 60 days as general manager here. Whew. I sat in stunned silence. I really wasn't sure how to respond to that challenge. You know, firing 29 people wasn't my idea of good coaching, training, or leadership for that matter. Well then, opening the car door, Calvin, now grinning and with a very sarcastic tone in his voice, said, "I'll bet they didn't teach you about all of that in your training class, did they?" But he was wrong. They did teach me how to train, motivate, and develop a team, and I did learn how to increase sales and transaction counts in my training classes. What they didn't teach me in class was how to deal with an egotistical, hypocritical, self-centered boss. That I would need to learn on my own. As we entered the restaurant, the words of a well-respected leader kind of echoed in my head. He once said to me, "Ben, never allow the quality of your boss to determine the quality of your work." I was really determined at that point not to let Calvin get in the way of my success. Yet his 60-day threat was pretty hard to dismiss. Well, from that first visit, I could see that he wasn't underselling the condition of the restaurant by any means. This would be a huge challenge for me. Somehow, I had to take this dysfunctional group of people and turn them into a well-oiled machine of a team that would turn the business around. And I wanted to do it all without firing the entire team. Well, using the processes that I share in this course, my team began taking ownership in their work, and it showed in every aspect of our operation. By the end of the first 60 days, sales and transaction counts had gone from -10% to even with the previous year, and they were building after that. Service times had steadily improved, and team morale was well on the rise. During a follow-up inspection by the county health department, the inspector told me that she had never seen the operation cleaner or the team looking so good. After 60 days, we were on our way. And as for Calvin, who had challenged me to fire them all, he too became a believer. In fact, I impressed him so much that after 6 months, I was transferred to yet another challenging restaurant. It seems that my reward was to do it all over again, which, by the way, I did successfully using the exact same processes you're going to learn in this course.